she had a circular box on her desk that really excited me. And that circular box had a quote from Isaiah, and it was about how the child was born to us and the son was given to us, and upon his shoulders dominion rests. And his name was called, and this was my favorite part, Wonder Counselor, God Hero, Father Forever, Prince of Peace. And I used to think to myself, that really is a description of what we're asking the person who was just hired for health visions to do, to be that person who's that wonder counselor, that God hero, and that presence of a parent forever and the Prince of Peace. She was just influential in bringing the people together and gave them voice first for their own community, so that it wasn't the rest of us coming in to preach to anybody. And then we would always tease because they would start mixing us up with Loretta and Renetta. And so then we try to confuse them more and say, were you looking for the sister or the sister? Then they go back and forth. Like, which one are you? They'd say to me, which one are you? And I said, I'm the sister. Okay. They said, I think I'm looking for the other Renetta then.
She feels like a sister. She feels like a friend. She feels like a confidant. She's a mentor. There's things that you can do with her that can help her along the way and vice versa. So it's almost like God gave you a sister that you didn't have to live with as a kid. I recall one of the first early projects that we had worked on was in the Black community. A lot of times you could get more traction in social service projects going through the churches. And going through the Black church does not necessarily mean going through the head or the pastor, but going through the first lady. And Renetta and I did a bang-up job when we were trying to do some things with HIV awareness and some other opportunities that were coming to town, to working with the first ladies of the churches, having a little meet and greet at the library, because that would be common grounds for everyone. And then they would take the information and take it to the pastor, which was usually their husband. And it was done. We didn't have to have 55 meetings to do something. We knew how to work the community, and we fed off of each other. At that time, I worked for the city, and at one time she worked out of the governor's office before she came to Health Visions. But that kind of work has made a difference in this community for at least 30 years. One of the things that Renetta and I did was she and Tim had put together the first Black History Knowledge Bowls in our community. So over the years, Renetta would look for opportunities to share a fact or a statistic or a did you know or something of that nature. And then about 20 years ago, I kind of continued that sort of thing. And I teased Renetta because I said, you are a Black history person now. You don't have to write these for others. We write them now about you. So she got a kick out of that. But that's true. The type of life that she has had, no one could have thought, a teenage girl coming out of Mississippi could have made the difference that she had in the Northern Indiana community. She is our Black history queen.
Renetta is really thoughtful. I don't know. She has, there's something in her innate nature that help the community in general. She has a heart for us, for the community, and again, it's just real thoughtful.
One of the things that strikes me about Renetta in her years of working there was that she really lived out the values of the poor handmaids. She was always about, how can I help someone else? How can that person improve their life? It was never about, this is what I'm doing for Health Visions. And it was a beautiful characteristic of her. And she had respect for all people. It didn't make any difference who they were, if they were the mayor or the governor or a person on the street. They were all equal in her eyes. it was always a joy to be with Renetta. Well, I think personal relationship that I had was when I was not working at Health Visions. I left Health Visions and went to Europe to work in general leadership of our congregation. And in 2018, we had the canonization of our founders, Catherine Casper. And it was so nice to have Renetta come to Rome and to Germany with her husband and to be able to reconnect with her on a very different kind of level. And it was just a wonderful experience to be able to share my experience in Germany and in Rome with her outside of Fort Wayne.
I first met Renetta through the Indiana Minority Health Coalition. At that time, we did not have a key partner in Allen County, and we were looking to restart a coalition there. And Renetta surfaced, and she said, you know what, we will take it by the helm. And she was able to rally, I think at the time, about 30 different partners to get together to form the Health Disparities Coalition of Allen County. I really appreciated that she really integrated her faith in addition to the work and bringing things to a church or getting feedback from church members, or just her commitment. I know that she is a first lady, and so she didn't just try to talk it, she tried to walk the talk that she was communicating. And so it was really good to see that modeled. I would just say enjoy your glory years as you are relaxing and reflecting on the years that you put in building others. Maybe this be a time where people are pouring back into you, and you feel the love, the joy, the strength that you exerted for others, you're receiving it in this season.